Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about a little product I just picked up here from my Crown Victoria that I didn't even know existed. Ready? Check that out. What you're seeing is a digital license plate. It's actually pretty affordable. Other really cool features about this plate is its security function. It looks unlike anything else you've ever seen on the road at nighttime. I'm gonna choose student driver. It just took 2 minutes just to change that from white to black and then add this custom message here of student driver. What is up, everybody? Matt McAdam here, your truck editor at Driving Line. I am back home in SoCal. Our last episode was up in Spokane, Washington. We got to hang out with a couple of shops up there, but I'm back. And today, I'm going to talk to you guys about a little product I just picked up here from my Crown Victoria that is something new that I didn't even know existed prior to purchasing it. I was actually fed an ad on Facebook, and that's what prompted me to take a look at it and do some research on it. And it's pretty cool. I think you guys are going to like it. It's something that has yet to be seen in the automotive world until just recently. Now, it's got to do with the license plate. Yeah, I know. You're probably thinking, what could you possibly do to a license plate to make it interesting or cool? They've, by and large, remained the same for the last 20, 30 years now. They've been pretty much the same white plate. I know that now you can get different colors in California, like we have here, the black plate, the 60s, retro plate. This is something even cooler than that. It's an idea that I'm sure many people have had in the past, but this company finally was able to get it through legislation and actually make it legal to do to your car. All right, that's about enough beating around the bush. I'm just going to show it to you guys. Ready? Check that out. What you're seeing is a digital license plate. That's right. This image here is a digital image on this piece of glass or LCD screen or whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool, right? So the plate is made by a company called Reviver. Again, I had never heard of this company before I saw their Facebook ad, and I started to look into their website a little bit, and they seem pretty legit. I mean, they had legislation in California and I believe Arizona to make it legal to use there. So I took a gamble, and I went ahead and purchased it and just to see what would happen. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. When I saw that it was legal in California to actually have one of these, I immediately clicked on the website and started looking through it and going through all the options and what they have and what they offer and how much it costs. And I was actually pretty surprised to see that it was rather affordable for what it is. I was thinking this is going to be, $1,000, some kind of a gimmick that just really, really rich people with really super nice cars put on their vehicle just to show as like a status thing. But it's actually pretty affordable. So they got two different models. They've got the buy it up front model, which is $350, which isn't too bad for the license plate, plus a $3 a month service charge because it is connected to the internet. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then they've also got a subscription model, which is $20 a month. Obviously, you don't own the plate, so once you're done with the subscription or you decide you want to cancel, they take it back. But the subscription model is $20 a month. And it includes a free installation, which means a professional from Reviver will come out and actually install it on your vehicle for you. So you don't need to worry about wiring, where you're going to tap it into, how you're going to attach it to your car. They do all that for you. So once again, I got the Reviver plate here. It is the subscription model for $20 a month. No contract, no cancellation fees, nothing like that. So if I don't want to use it anymore, I just call them up and cancel it, and then they'll just take this thing off and they'll take it back. And obviously I kept my original plate. When they came out yesterday to do the installation, it was super simple. The guy was a very professional person. He came out here with his tools and came to my home and took my old plate off and spent about, I'd say 45 minutes or so bolting this to the deck lid and then wiring it all the way up to the fuse box where it has a constant 12-volt connection. Obviously, there's more to this plate than just being a digital license plate. It actually is a connected license plate, so it is connected to the internet. It's got a, I assume like a data chip, kind of like your cell phone does, where it connects to a satellite or a cell tower, and that's how the plate actually is connected to Reviver itself. Some of the other features that I really like about this plate, and you can read all about these online on their website, is a couple things. One, it is customizable. So right now I have it set to the white plate background. You can change it to flip the colors so that the background is black and the lettering is all in white. Kind of cool. Obviously it's not like in color or anything, but it's black and white. So the customization is kind of cool. You can also display custom messages below the plate number. So obviously they're not going to let you write whatever you want. There's some things you don't want to be putting on your license plate for everyone to see, whether it's vulgar or, you know, just some things in bad taste that you wouldn't want to put on a license plate. So they have a list of messages that you can put on there, everything ranging from sports teams to asking people to slow down, to watch out for motorcycles, Happy 4th of July, Merry Christmas, messages like that, holidays. You can change it so that you're driving around town and someone's going to be like, whoa, what is that license plate? And they see below it, it says, you know, Happy 4th of July. And so it's kind of cool. It's neat. It's definitely something I've never seen before, and I can only imagine most people have never seen before. One of the other really cool features about this plate is its security functions. The plate does come with an app that you can download, and you get an invitation from Reviver to create a login once you purchase the plate. And that's where you can make all your changes and your customizations in there. But what you can also do is you can set like a geofence for security. So let's say you park somewhere and you set a geofence around your vehicle that's, you know, GPS located. If your vehicle moves from that location without you knowing it, it will actually send your phone a notification saying, hey, your car is not where you parked it anymore, it's moving, and it will show you where it's going. And from what I understand, there's even a feature to where you can report your vehicle as stolen, and it will change the actual license plate number to where I have here is 8JN H371. That will actually say stolen car. I mean, it's pretty cool, because anybody who tries to run off with this vehicle is going to be driving around town with a license plate that says stolen car on it. So it's pretty easy for the cops to find you. It also has this cool feature, because it's connected, to actually update your registration automatically. So when you pay the DMV your registration dues, instead of having to go down to the DMV to get your sticker or wait for it to come in the mail, as soon as you pay for it, it will actually update your registration on the plate itself and say that, you know, you're good through October of 2021 or whatever it may say, or 2020. So that's really neat, because it takes away just one of those annoying chores that the internet has yet to solve for in most of our daily lives. A lot of things can be solved with the internet. A lot of our nuances have been taken care of, but your registration and going to the DMV and all that stuff, that's something that still hasn't been fixed with technology. But this small section of that realm of things is now taken care of with this new R plate from Reviver. Another feature that I have yet to actually use, but I want to check it out because I do a lot of driving, is the mileage and tracking feature. So it actually has it obviously has a GPS in there, and it can tell you exactly how many miles you've driven given a certain time or a certain day. I do a lot of driving for work, and a lot of times I have to record that mileage. Sometimes I forget to hit the odometer reset, and I forget to save my trip meter, so I don't know how many miles I drove. And I'd have to go back on Google Maps and kind of like enter all my destinations and try to figure out exactly how many miles I drove that day so I can go ahead and expense it. A lot of you guys work for a living and you drive for a living, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have to expense your mileage. This plate does it for you. So you can just hit it on the app, or if you want to go back retroactively and find out where you drove, it tells you the mileage that you drove that day. pretty neat. That's a cool feature for me. One of the original questions that I had in mind when I was actually getting this plate installed was, how does it work at night? I mean, I have license plate light bulbs that illuminate the license plate at nighttime, the standard license plate, when you turn the headlights on. And is it going to be using those lights to light up and show the screen? The answer is no. The screen actually has a front LED, I guess backlight you would call it. It lights up the screen from the screen itself, so it's illuminated at night, which is really awesome because it looks unlike anything else you've ever seen on the road at nighttime. Obviously right now it's in the middle of the day, so I can't show you what that looks like, but if you can just imagine a glowing white license plate with a number on it going down the road, it's pretty neat. It's unique, and it definitely gets people talking when you go by them. So obviously, being a car guy, I had some concerns about something that has a power source coming from my vehicle and always being on, because you have to display your license plate at all times. So I spoke with the technician who was installing the plate, and I expressed some of my concerns with that. His answer was that the draw from this plate just being on and showing the plate number is less than the draw that most modern vehicles have when they're off anyway. So some of the systems that are always running on your vehicle, whether your key is in the ignition or not, it takes less than most of those systems. But in the event that it does start to die, or your battery dies, or let's say you park it for a few months and you're going to go away on vacation, the plate itself does have a battery in it, which will keep it running, so that your plate is shown to, let's say, if it's parked on the street, you're not just parked without a license plate. Now, I'm sure all of the conspiracy theorists are going to come out of the weeds and start saying, "Oh, Matt, why would you want to put something on your car where they can track you, dude?" Let's be honest. I have nothing to hide. If they want to follow me and where I go, that's fine. I'm not going anywhere sketchy. I don't need to worry about that stuff. So yes, in theory, Reviver does have access to see where your vehicle is at all times while this plate is on it. Do I care? No. That may not be the same case for everybody else, but that's a decision you'll have to make before you want to purchase this plate or not. Another key aspect of this plate that I was concerned about was the security of it, because it looks like a high-tech piece of equipment, and it's just sitting there on the outside of your vehicle. So who's to say someone just can't come up and just pry it off and walk off with it? I also spoke with the technician about that. It is installed with a tamper-proof installation method, which has a backing metal plate that is actually mounted to your factory license plate holes, and then there's a proprietary set of hardware that holds it to the back of that plate, so it's not as easy as just walking up with a screwdriver and undoing the plate and walking away with it. It's also wired, so they'd have to cut the wires, and at that point it's pretty much a useless LCD screen, I would imagine. So I'm not really worried about it getting stolen, and it is also part of the vehicle, so it would be covered by your insurance, as if someone else were to steal your regular license plate, like your metal license plate. And third of all, because I have the subscription method, it ain't mine, so take it. What's gonna happen? I have to order another one? Big deal. They're gonna give me another one. So I'm not really worried about that either. And then lastly, I know you guys are gonna comment about this, because there's always that guy or those people who comment on these videos or photos. Why would you show your license plate number on the internet? I could find out whatever I want about you just by looking at your license plate. Yeah, we know. I've been a car guy since the 90s, okay? Every time someone posts a picture on Craigslist and they're selling their vehicle, or if it's like on a forum or something, they either put like a microfiber towel on top of the plate, or they'll like do the whole like cover it up with their thumb so you can see the car but not the license plate. It's just ridiculous. Look, this is out there for everyone to see as I'm driving around town. It's just as much of a risk as being out there on the internet. It doesn't matter to me. You can find out where I live. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Come to my house? Come on in. I'll have a beer waiting for you over here. So I'm not worried about that. Thank you for your concern. It's not a concern of mine, but you're probably still gonna comment on it. Let's be honest. But that's okay. All right, let's open the app here. There you can see my license plate. It says R plate up there. I changed my vehicle name to Crown Vic. So let's click on customize R plate. Let's see if we can change the color. So over here it's giving me the option for white background, and I have a check mark next to it. Obviously right now the plate is white. Let's change that to black. And then I also get an option for messages. It says select a message, free to display for a year. So we click on brands. Okay, so here's all your holidays. Happy Labor Day, Memorial Day, Christmas, Halloween. It's my birthday. You can let everybody know it's your birthday. That's cool. Happy anniversary. I'm gonna choose student driver. I just think that'd be really funny to drive around with a Crown Victoria that looks like a police car on the outside but has a student driver sticker on the back. It's giving me a preview of what my license plate is going to look like. So up in the top right corner, I'm going to hit publish. It says publishing your R plate with a little pinwheel. Your R plate will display shortly. To download immediately, press home button on your R plate. Okay, so you saw how easy that was to change the plate there. It says to push the home button on the plate to update it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to see what I can do here. That's the home plate there. Hold that down for 5 seconds. 4, 5. Well, that was pretty quick. Now it says calling server. So it's trying to do something. Okay, well that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. It actually took about 2 minutes just to connect to the server and then download the new look for this license plate to the plate itself. So here it is. So as you can see now, the background is black and you got the student driver on there. It left a little bit of an imprint of some of the things that was displaying on the screen here in the white sections, but I think that will go away. I was a little bit concerned about the technology to see if that would happen, and it did, but we'll see if that that goes away in time. But pretty cool. Like, it just took 2 minutes just to change that from white to black and then add this custom message here of student driver. So overall, guys, I'm pretty impressed with this technology. I gotta admit, I was pretty skeptical to start out with it, but I was like, okay, what's 20 bucks? They're gonna install it for free. I'm not gonna be losing much if I just cancel it within a month or two. But seeing all the capabilities and the functionality of this new R plate from Reviver, I think I'm gonna keep it for a while. It's unique, it's cool, it's something that you don't see every day going down the road, and it's sure to bring up some conversation at the gas pump or whatever. But check them out online. They're super friendly. Their customer service is really good, actually, I gotta say. For a new company, they do a good job. They called me and they got all the information from my current license plate, and they sent somebody out who followed up with me several times on the scheduling for the installation. They came out to my house, they did it here, and it took only about 45 minutes for them to install it. So give them a shot, check it out. I'm gonna see what else I can change this thing to. Student driver is kind of funny. I might keep that one for a little while, and just to see what people have to say about this new connected license plate, the R plate from Reviver. Now, before I go, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my other vehicle. You guys know all about this one. This is my 91 Toyota pickup, Scarlet. A couple of changes going to be made to this truck here in my plans for it, actually. You guys may have seen the video I did previously all about this truck and what I had planned for it. If you guys haven't seen that video, go and check it out. It's on Chasing Dust playlist. But I had planned to do an LS swap and to change the front suspension to a TTB and 4-link the rear on it. But, you know, the more and more I started to think about that and started collecting more and more parts, I realized just how labor intensive that's all going to be and how expensive it is, and honestly just how much time I'm going to be out of the truck for. And when it comes to my hobbies, when it comes to off-roading, you know, that's why I got into it. I didn't get into off-roading because I like to work on my truck. I actually like to drive my truck. I like to take it out. I like to go explore new places, visit, you know, places I've never been, check out cool trails things like that. And you can't do that with the truck that's just sitting around all the time. But don't worry, my friends, you guys are gonna be the first ones to hear about exactly what I got planned for this truck, and it's gonna be happening very, very soon. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys in the coming weeks. So hopefully in a future episode, we'll go over exactly what's gonna be done to this truck, maybe even start filming some of the things that I'm going to be modifying. The engine swap, I'm still doing an engine swap. Don't worry, I'm not sticking with this 3-liter that's in this truck. It's a pile of trash in there. I'm also going to be changing the rear suspension to sticking with the 4-link idea, but going to be making a couple of modifications to make it work a little bit easier. So definitely stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a really cool project that I'm starting here soon, and I can't wait to get back behind the wheel of Scarlett here, the Toyota, and go and thrash some desert again. And hopefully see some new places. I want to take this truck everywhere. I want to go up to Canada with it. I want to go down to the tip of Baja with it. There's a lot of things on my bucket list with this truck, and all of that is going to happen as soon as she's back up and running again in her prime. But that is going to be it for us today, guys, on Chasing Dust. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Reviver R-Plate connected license plate. I'm going to try to get you guys some night shots if I can before getting this edited. If you guys have any questions about this product, please drop it in the comments. I'll be happy to try and answer as best as I can. But their website does have a lot of answers. They have a frequently asked questions section, which answered a lot of my questions too. And of course, before I go, I want to mention to you guys, please subscribe to Driving Line. We got a lot of really cool content coming out. A lot of stuff already out there. We're going to be starting some new video series that you guys have never seen before. A lot of really, really cool projects in the works. If you want to be the very first ones to know about these new cool videos, make sure you hit that bell icon so you guys get all the notifications whenever we have a new video coming out. And of course, when we have a new episode of Chasing Dust as well. But until then, guys, this is your truck editor at Driving Line, Matt McAdam, on Chasing Dust. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.